It's perhaps the darkest chapter in modern history, the complex of concentration camps run by the Nazis during World War II. Approximately 6 million Jews and millions of others were put to death between 1933 and 1945 in these camps. Perhaps the most infamous was Auschwitz, where more than 1 million inmates were killed, most of them Jewish. Today is the 75th anniversary of the liberation of that camp. Joining us now to talk about this day is Jeff Penski, spokesman for Erie's Jewish Community Council. Jeff, it's always a pleasure. Good to see you again, sir. Growing up, was the Holocaust a topic of many discussions in your family, or was it avoided?
Well, Sean, it wasn't talked about at all. I knew in our congregation at Brit Shalom that there were people from Europe that they were referred to as refugees. I knew they had tattoos on their wrists, but I really wasn't aware, probably in the 1950s and even into the 1960s, of the significance of these survivors who escaped the Holocaust and came to the United States and found new lives here. Probably not until my 20s that I really began to realize the absolute horror and the significance of that event in history.
Yeah, and the history that you had been surrounded by as a youngster, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely true that so many Jewish communities accepted these folks, so again, that we called refugees. And the children at the time really weren't aware of what they went through and the losses that they suffered, their family members, their own children, their own parents, brothers and sisters and such. And that just came to light probably starting in the 1960s and the 1970s, when we really started to become aware of people talking about what it meant to live through the Holocaust.
Now, Auschwitz, just one piece of the Holocaust story, but often it's seen as a part of German history. It's really a story about the human race, though, isn't it? And how we can sink to, depths of hatred.
Well, Sean, the Holocaust was that there's been genocide throughout history, but there was only one Holocaust, and there was almost no way to describe the attempt to exterminate an entire people like that over the course of the years. The final solution to what was called the Jewish question.
How do we fight that kind of hatred? As you noted, it's gone on through history. But what's the key? Well,
the key is continued awareness. The key is education. And as you know, I've been here before, and we talked about the Jewish Community Council of Erie's focus on education and on sending busloads. And we've sent dozens of busloads of children, school children, parochial schools and public schools throughout northwestern Pennsylvania to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. And we do this at no charge. And these becomes life-altering experiences for these children who are just totally unaware of what happened during World War II and to the Jews of Europe at that time.
Jeff Penski, spokesman for Erie's Jewish Community Council, thank you for your time, thank you for your thoughts, and helping the Erie community to never forget.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
Our pleasure.